Welcome to the Spicer Castle Inn. My name is Mary, and the home was built by my great-grandfather, John Spicer, in 1895. And currently, my father, Alan, and I operate the property as an inn and restaurant. There are 17 guest rooms, 7 of which are inside the inn, and then we do have private cabins and cottages on the property. There's also a restaurant open for dinner and during the summer months, lunch and dinner. We have a reception area downstairs where we serve happy hour, dining rooms overlooking the lake. During the summer season, there's a beautiful outdoor patio where you can sit next to the fire ring and overlook the lake. You're also welcome to bring boats and go fishing. There's a small private beach area as well.
John Spicer met Frances Deming, who he later married, and then they moved to Willmar, Minnesota in 1870. Farming in this area became more a viable business, and it's at that point in time that the Spicers got involved in developing farming. This house was a central farm and a farm development business. The purpose of the farm here was to figure out how to farm. After World War I, when the European farmers began to produce food again, the farm market crashed. Farm prices went way down, and the Spicers stopped developing farmland at that point, and then this place became used as a summer house until the 1988 time when it was turned into an inn.
Well, let's take a tour of the upstairs of the Spicer Castle. There's 7 guest rooms, and each one is named after one of the Spicer family members. This one is Amy's room. This room has an outdoor balcony that you can sit out and overlook the lake. This room is called Ruth's room, and Ruth was known as Bunny, and you'll see a picture out here that's a pretty famous rabbit paint. This is Eunice's room, and before the inn was open to the public, there used to be swinging hammocks on the porch downstairs. And we thought it'd be fun to incorporate that idea, and we put a swinging bed into this room. Welcome to Frances's room. This used to be the master bedroom of the home and has a nice king-size bed, and there is a picture on the wall of Frances, which I'm always amazed at her very long, thick braid.
Frances Spicer was an artist, quite capable, in the early Impressionist period. And she had 3 daughters who were artists, all of which became known in various aspects of the Impressionist period. Much of their artwork is around here. And some of them are exhibited in galleries in California and in Minneapolis, and some in government buildings in various places, so their art was well recognized. As far as another aspect to art, almost all Spicer children were required to be able to do something in music. Not that they always wanted to, but that was part of the growing up in the family, so music was an important part. They also had a Edison phone record player, which was used, and it was a popular feature, and we have quite a number of older records for that. The place was known originally as Mededo Cottage on Mededo Farm on Mededo Lake. Mededo means green, therefore Mededo Lake was Green Lake. The fishermen that came to fish in the lake used different objects to locate themselves, and one of their principal landmarks was this building. And they elected not to call it Mededo Cottage, but they called it Spicer's Castle. And that's the name that stuck. When we were kids, we were not allowed to use the word castle anytime, any place. We went with what the public decided. And so we became known as Spicer Castle because if we had used Mededo Cottage, nobody would have known what we were talking about. People from this area, they all know it as the Spicer Castle. Some years back there was some discussion about the utilization of this property. And one of the prominent Willmar businessmen accosted me as I was going out of Cafe and Spicer having some coffee, and he said, "Alan, if that castle goes away, you ought to get the hell out of here." In other words, it was a part of the community. It's always been viewed by people as part of the community.
We are fine, and I'll be just as good to you.